Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, I would be down here in the basement talking to the dogs, and of course, that's kind of crazy. Now, here's the thing that kind of gets to me. Okay, it's the off season. There really is not a lot of stuff to talk about. You get the same stuff everywhere that you go. And of course, everybody is fighting for clicks. So you get a lot of stuff that people are stretching the truth or out and out making shit up. Somebody had sent me a link where they were talking about us in contract negotiations for a trade with Sheldon Richardson last week. And that's not the first time we've seen that kind of stuff because, again, you see that, oh my God, the Cowboys you're going to click on it. And I understand that. But sometimes some of the stuff just kind of says, come on, man. It's not even logical. Because I got one today from 12 Up. And here's the thing. Unfortunately, I'm not in Dallas. I don't have Jerry Jones's ear, but Jerry, if you're watching, I would love to have that direct bat phone, the red phone where we can talk and, you can give me the scoop. And if you ever want to come on the show, Jerry, I can Skype you in and I would love it, man. Because I do believe, Jerry, you watch my show and you get some hints because I swear, more times than not, something I said on the show that seems a little bit out there, you do. But be that as it may, most of the stuff that is put out there is speculation. You're like a weather forecaster, okay? You try and grab as much information as you can and make a conclusion, or you're copying what somebody else has said and regurgitating it. What I try and do more times than not is I try and come up with my own conclusions. I try and get as much data as I can and think, what would Jerry do? What fits best for the situation because it's happened before in the past. Now, what these people said is the Dallas Cowboys are looking to sign a veteran quarterback to make it easier for Dak Prescott. What? So I'm kind of like, how is signing a veteran quarterback making it easier for Dak Prescott? Their conclusion was Russell Wilson last year played injured a lot because he didn't have a quality backup to play for him, so he worried about the team, so he wouldn't take time off. Sounds good. But if you've ever played football, you got to literally be on your deathbed not to be out there. If there's any way that your body physically will let you play, you're going to play. So I kept on reading this. So they were saying that maybe a Ryan Fitzgerald or Fitzpatrick or an RG3. So wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold on. Stop right there. Stop with the BS right there. So you're telling me that because you bring in an RG3 that Dak will now feel at ease? Maybe I don't feel like playing this week, but that's okay. I'll let RG3 play. And you think that we're going to trust our team and playoff hopes on those bums? Come on, man. Get out of here with that crap. That's just some straight up bullshit. Because I'm going to tell you, I remember personally in high school, last scrimmage, fourth quarter before the season started, had scouts from UVA there to check me out. I screwed up my knee. At that time, it was caveman days. It was just when they were starting to do the scope. Because back in those days, basically, they went from the top of your knee to below the knee, and they just cut it open, ripped it up, boom, did what they had to do, sew it up, you got a big-ass scar, and you got at least a year to wait. But I remember it happened on a Friday night, and Monday morning, I was trying to run and get back on the field. That's right. You will do anything and everything to play. When you hear about guys that had broken bones, taped it up, and went out there. Jason Witten, wired up jaw. Tony Romo, punctured lung. So you think that bringing in a bum is going to make Dak say, oh, pressure's off. I can take the day off. But it's not going to get to that anyway. Because here's my conclusion. And I know you guys are going to say I'm crazy. In fact, a lot of you already say I'm crazy because I got a voodoo doll. And that's cool. But here's the thing. Jerry Jones already has the best backup you could ever want to have. And you're scratching your head. Kellen Moore? That guy? No, not Kellen Moore. Think about it. Tony Romo. Because here's what I think possibly happened. This is my conclusion, and you may say it's crazy and out there. But guess what? I think Jerry and Tony said, you know what? Tony, I'm going to get you that ring. Here's how we're going to do it. I need some cash. I need the controversy to end. And if it works out, you will be the hero. Tony, why don't you go ahead and take that deal with CBS? That's right. Take that deal with CBS. Take all the limelight off the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to go ahead and cut you. But do not fill out those retirement papers. That's right. Don't fill those out. Go on to CBS. And if something happens to Dak, son, you're just a phone call away. We're going to keep your locker ready for you. Don't you worry, Tony. Your story is not over. Because think about how this works out. Hypothetically, Dak Prescott gets hurt. Tony Romo knows the system. Tony Romo is used to coming back without practicing because Lord knows he's been hurt every offseason. And basically doesn't do a whole lot of work. He basically has the first game, he's rusty, boom, second game, he's good to go. The Cowboys save $24 million cap hit, turn it into only a 10, and save $14 million. They're able to sign some more players. You take the focus off the whole Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. You take the pressure off Dak Prescott of having Tony Romo. But just in case, I got that trump card sitting right here when I need it. So think about it, guys. They can re-sign Tony Romo. Tony Romo doesn't have to go through training camp. Tony Romo doesn't have to do speculation and all this. Tony Romo has a big fat contract with CBS that, by the way, has an out clause in it to return to football. Whoa. Now, you think I'm crazy? But think about this. When DeMarcus Ware, who was playing in Denver for the last 3 years, said, you know what? I'm retiring. Didn't they sign him to a one-day contract and have a big ceremony for him there? And say, hey, welcome home. Here's your golden watch. Welcome back to the Cowboys. Did you see that with Tony Romo? I'm telling you guys, the deal is not over yet. Just watch. But then again, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. So as always, friends, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. And if you liked what you hear, be sure to click subscribe on the picture of Joe Boo and Sean Lee down in the corner. And if you really like it, share it with a friend, because we've got to keep spreading that Dallas Cowboy mojo. Call me, Jerry. Call me.